The Pierce County Historical Association brings you the story of the Civilian Conservation Corps camp located in Ellsworth, Wisconsin, told with the help of two storytellers that were there. Later in life, Edwin Jakes recorded his recollections of his time working there, and Roland Hilden documented various aspects of camp life in his photo album. And now let's hear about the CCC in Edwin Jakes' own words.
This is Edwin Jakes giving you a little history on the CC camp, as I spent a couple of years there with them at the Ellsworth camp. The CC's was started, I believe, in 1935, and under Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a Democrat president at the time, and this was to help the young fellows from about 18 to 25 or so to get a job, or to because of the lack of work in the public and private sector of the economy was very, very slow at the time. We were in the Depression, and there was no work for anyone around. As around here in the area for young fellows, about the only work was working on a farm, and generally it was just board and room and maybe enough, few dollars, maybe $5 or $10 a month, just enough to buy you some shoes and some clothes. And so there was not many opportunities for to go anywhere to make any money or to advance yourself. So I took the opportunity to stay in there for a couple of years, which was to me was a great advantage.
10 acres of land was rented from Fremont, Maynard, for Camp Ellsworth, located just north of the village of Ellsworth on the northeast corner of Highway 65 and 580th Avenue. On September 2, 1935, 14 railroad cars arrived from Mississippi with the camp buildings all in pre-built sections. Camp Ellsworth was opened in November of 1935 when 170 men and 2 officers arrived from the CCC camp in Fairchild, Wisconsin. They began work just a few days later on conservation projects in the Beldenville area. And now we'll return to Edwin Jakes as he takes us through a tour of Camp Ellsworth.
It was laid out so that there was 4 barracks, and there was doors on each end of the barracks, which you go in and out. And the first building up there was a library and educational building where they held classes, and they also got paid up there. That was once a month you got paid, and we got paid $30 a month, and it was $25 was sent home and $5 you had. $5 did go a long ways in those days. The 4 barracks was there. First was a library, and down on one side the row, and then the 4 barracks, and then there was a supply building where you'd get your clothes and sheets. Every week you'd get clean sheets and pillowcases for your bunk. And the other way was the mess hall, where everybody ate their meals, and on the other side was the latrine, where for showers and baths was there, and the toilets. And then there was the canteen, where there was you could play pool and buy some candy bars or pop, tables for playing ping pong. Then there was this building, I believe, was the conservation building, where they did laid out the work for out in the field, and the different farmers that had signed up and so forth. I think Wally Rasmussen was in charge of that, and there was several of them, the engineer, and I think it was Dick Moran, or John Moran, I believe. He was from Ellsworth. He was the one that went out with the blasting, and he did work there, laying out work in the office too. Then there was the next building over was the dispensary, or for when you had a cold or something, you went and got some aspirin or pills, and the doctor would come in there. I remember, I think it was one enrollee named Young. I think he worked there at the dispensary, and he always had a white jacket to wear, so he'd looking important. Then the next one was the office for the captain and the clerk, company clerk, and then he had some help there, different ones typing and so forth. But they had classes in the educational building there, and for different things, and which you could take. I remember taking typing there and I took woodworking, which I found very interesting. We also had auto mechanics, and that was another course that was taught. And of course there was always English and other high school subjects taught too that you could take. And so we always had a lot of things going on. Then let's see, we'd be woke up with reveille in the morning, and then Cowan, that's the one, he used to blow the bugle at retreat too, and the evening when they lowered the flag in the evening, that would be taps.
We hope you enjoyed this abridged video on Ellsworth CCC camp. Due to the length of the full video, we are releasing a shortened version for public viewing. In the extended version, Edwin Jakes shares stories about the work he did while at the camp, along with photos Roland Hilden took of work sites and area quarries. If you wish to view the full video, it can be viewed at our History Center in Bay City, or you can reach out to us and arrange for a special viewing for your group or organization. Please consider supporting the Pierce County Historical Association by becoming a member or by making a donation.
This is a song called Loveless CCC, set to the tune of Careless Love. The words were composed by a CCC camper in the Broken Air Camp in Oklahoma.
Why did I join the CCC? Oh, why did I join the CCC? Why did I join the CCC? This old hard labor's killing me. They treat me like a dirty dog. I have to slave down in a log. They treat me like a hog. Oh, why did I join the CCC? I have to work most every day. $5 a month is my pay. I'm just